by Barton Community College. Explore your future and get started now. Visit gobarton.com.
Okay, Sports Day in 3, 2, 1.
Elmer for three. That's good.
The rim blocked his shot just then. He was so close and so far underneath.
Elmer on the other end. Oh, yes.
Somebody's lighting it up.
B.J. Davis-Ray. That's another turnover. Crowd on their feet.
Pretty.
Trying to throw it in somehow.
So he can get its teammate to catch up to it. That is just a very, very smart.
Suter backing things down. 4 to shoot. Skowjak has to jack it. Oh, he finds the bottom of the well. No good. Perry, what a rebound. 3 on the outside. It's Kirby who drops it in. 5 ball handlers as well, too. They've been adept on the perimeter. Baseline. Oh! Brought the roof down. All for this.
They belong.
It's a Miami moment. Horn is triple right on cue. Knocks it down. Inkin with the left. Gets his own rebound. Alvey still fighting amongst a trio of Panthers. Kicks it. Ingram. Oh, look at the bounce as he rises up above. Jurosevic. Clean look from the corner. Rattles home. Score time. Whitlock contested 3. Can't get it. Alvey. There again. Another possession. Jurosevic. And popcorn's home in Lehigh. Creating a little distance. Horn a lazy pass. Mitchell up ahead. Vasquez falls to the floor. Diallo transition. Men at the summit and count the buckets. Prairie View A&M let the ride continue. The Panthers win their first ever NCAA tournament game.
Good afternoon, everybody, and happy Thursday. We're nearing the end of the week, and this is another episode of Sports Day. My name is Brant Daughtry. I'm the host of this program. Landon Winkler's over in the corner. He's running the video feed and the cameras. Today's show is presented by Barton Community College, offering exceptional and affordable learning opportunities, supporting student, community, and employee needs. This, folks, it is the best 2 days of the sports calendar. The opening round of the NCAA tournament is underway across the Turner Broadcasting family of networks. Currently, only the first 2 games. Oh, no, excuse me. We've just gotten underway in Game 3. We are in the first round from about 11 this morning to, I think, 8 p.m. tonight is the last tip. We've got college basketball single elimination tournament all day long. Currently 3 games in action. We will have at most 4 at a time. 9 seed TCU is ahead of Ohio State, 41-28. Nebraska started out slow against the 13 seed Troy, but 4 seed Nebraska has grabbed the lead. They're heading into halftime in that one. It's 41-23 Huskers. Just underway, 6 seed Louisville and 11 seed South Florida. Louisville is up 3-0 about a minute into that game. Your sounds of the past 24 hours. The story of college basketball season this year, the Miami of Ohio Redhawks. 31-0 throughout their regular season, but they lose in their conference tournament in the quarterfinal round. They play in one of the weakest conferences in all of the sport. Are they good enough to make the NCAA tournament? Yes, they are. They make it into the first 4. They have to battle SMU for that 11 seed, but they're in. Well, last night they take down SMU 89-79. Miami of Ohio advances. They make it through. They will continue in the NCAA tournament. In the 16-seeded game in the first 4, Lehigh gets out to an early lead. Prairie View storms back. Prairie View wins it 67-55 in that game of the first 4. NCAA tournament action, I'm telling you, it's the best 2 days at a time. If you have, let me let everybody in on a little secret here. If you have a basic cable provider or even a streaming service, I use YouTube TV personally. I'm a YouTube TV subscriber. If you go to ncaa.com, you can sign in with your TV provider and watch 4 games at once. And again, that's every game. You can watch all 4 games in action at a time on the ncaa.com website if you sign in with your TV provider. If you don't want to sign in with your TV provider, that's fine. You can watch it for an hour for free. ncaa.com, every single NCAA tournament game. Folks, watch these games. It's the most fun a sports fan can have in a 2-day stretch. I'm telling you, best 2 days in sports. Sports Day is brought to you by, in part, the Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street at Great Bend. Also in part by Sutherland's, helping you build it better since 1917. From quality lumber, plywood, and OSB to cabinets, plumbing, hardware, and power tools, they have everything you need to get the job done. Visit Sutherland's on 10th Street. Lastly, in part, by the Barton Cougar Booster Club, continuing their efforts to make the Barton Community College athletics programs the very best in the country. We'll keep you updated on these scores as the day goes on, but first, we have interviews that you people are here for. You people want to hear other people speak, other than me. You hear me ramble enough. So what we've got today, we've got a good one for you. Jeremy Combs joins us in the studio, as well as redshirt freshman Noah Williams and sophomore Aris Rodriguez. Both of those guys came in with Coach Combs and spoke about the season so far, the turnaround that Barton went through. Getting back into the NJCAA tournament for Barton, the third year in a row that they are in postseason play. Those guys are going to tell you all about it on the other side of this break. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
C&E Doors, this is Cindy.
Do you have any residential doors?
Yes, we do. We just got a full shipment of standard residential doors in.
Papa said we have a load.
Hadley, you can't say that.
Papa does.
Boy, am I in trouble now.
I'll take care of both of you later.
We know how hard residential doors are to find right now, so hurry while supplies last.
Way to change the subject, Dad. You're not off the hook yet.
Hey, announcer, help me out of this.
C&E Doors, Great Bend, and Hayes.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Get active with Rec Sports. Youth and adult baseball and softball leagues are now forming. Don't miss out on the summer baseball and softball leagues for all ages and abilities. Sign up today. Online registration is available at greatbendrec.com. Deadline April 12th.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
Barton Community College, in partnership with Golden Key Group, proudly offers the nation's first associate degree in federal human resources. This online program prepares anyone for remote federal HR careers across the government. Service members and military spouses can use MyCAA or GI Bill benefits to take the next step toward a flexible, rewarding career from wherever you are. Learn more at federalhr.bartonccc.edu.
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
Marmy Auto Group makes it happen. Central and Western Kansas. Check out our selection of new and pre-owned inventory. Marmy's friendly staff offers top quality service that you've gotten to know over the years. When your existing vehicle needs parts or service, our experienced team will get you back in the game this season. Marmy Chevrolet, GMC, Ford and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, parts, service, and body shop. Visit Marmy Auto Group on 10th Street or marmys.net. Marmys, make it happen.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of Your Local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Sports Day. Brad Daughtry here with you, joined now by members of the Barton Community College basketball team, head coach Jeremy Combs. We've also got Noah Williams and Eris Rodriguez, two members of the all-tournament team for the Region 6 tournament. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today.
Appreciate it, man.
Sir, thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Eris, get on that mic a little bit. There you go. That's good. That's good. So, guys, let's talk about it. Coach, we'll start with you. Third straight year that you've made the NJCAA tournament. Guys, you come in and Eris, we'll go to you first. You were on this team last year. You join as Barton's coming off a national title. You make all honorable mention for this conference last season. And now you come in and you're the leading scorer on this team. What's it been like, your journey through the junior college ranks?
I mean, I came in my freshman year. My freshman year was pretty hard. Coons was on me a lot. So I feel like me just coming back my sophomore year, having a bigger role, and having some young guys behind me. So, I mean, I just came in with my head up and chin up, and I just knew to be a big leader.
Coach, talk a little bit about the growth that you've seen we'll start with this. Talk about the growth that you've seen from Eris from freshman year to sophomore year.
Yeah, I mean, he's really grown up a lot. Just from the basketball sense, I mean, you know, he's a great basketball player, always have been, and we were going to recruit great basketball players. And, you know, he came in he really bought into the system and what we do and you know, really developed his game. But you know, I think he realized that if he wants to get to the next level, to the highest level he can, you know, playing within our system and doing what we do and winning ball games is really what coaches want to see. And he's been a big-time winner for us, and that's why he's reaping the benefits right now.
So you guys are getting into the tournament now because you had a midseason turnaround. Around the turn of the calendar, season wasn't going great for you guys. And you come around, I think it was after the loss in Liberal to Seward County, things really swapped around for you guys. I've talked to Coach Combs about it a couple of times, but Noah, we'll start with you. I want to hear, as a player, your perspective on what changed for this team.
Well, I think at the start of the season, especially coming off like things like jamborees and just like all like the hard workouts, I think people are still trying to like find their like identity and things. You know, I was trying to find my footing. I had like a year off of basketball at that point. But you know, if you just look at like all of our production, like I just feel like everybody is really like raising their stock, and we're just playing so much better together. The quality of practice has been way better since that point. And then, yeah, we just made a really deep run, but, you know, it was just a concerted group effort that we all kind of provided for each other and for Coach.
And Eris, your perspective as someone who, again, you were in the position last year where you made the tournament, and now this year didn't get off to the greatest start, but you were kind of a big part of this turnaround as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I know exactly what it took to get to where we're at right now. I mean, just to get into the tournament, I mean, we got an at-large bid, but sadly we lost in the region. But I know what it took, like, throughout this whole season for us to make it to this tournament. So we all bought in within, and we came hard at practice, and this is where we're at now. We're ready to win the national tournament.
So, Coach, you brought in these two guys today. What was the reason you brought in these two?
Well, these are two of our leaders, and I would have loved to have brought in Sebastian, but, you know, he's on concussion protocol right now after that rough game we played in the other night. But, you know, I think one of the biggest things with this team is the leaders have really stepped up. And when we were, I'd say it was right after our first loss in Mineral, I knew we were going to be really good or had a chance to be really good. You know, we went down to Arizona and got 2 wins against 2 really quality teams that are really good. Lost one over there, but it was a dogfight, and that's a really good team that's at the national tournament. And at that point, I told the guys, we're going to be good. We just have to figure out some things, and you know, teams are going to have ups and downs and things like that throughout the whole season. But I think once we hit that point where everybody saw, you know, hey, we got to make a change, they did it, you know. And these were 2 guys that led that charge and said, hey, we're not losing. We're not going to go down that same path. We're going to fix things, and it's going to be a new season. And that's exactly what they did.
So, guys, let's talk about your styles a little bit. Eris, for those who don't know, you're averaging over 30 points a game for the last 4 games that you've played. Had a really, really great tournament individually. Describe your style of play to folks who haven't seen you yet.
I mean, I'm a dog. I can play defense. I can play defense, score the ball, you need me to play the 1 through the 3, I could do that. I mean, wherever you want me to play, I mean, that's where I'm going to play. Wherever you put me as a role, I'm going to make sure I do that role 110%.
Absolutely. And Noah, kind of the same question to you. You earlier in the year set the Barton record for free throws attempted and made in a game. And really, you guys get to the free throw line a ton. And it doesn't feel like you're out there hunting for free throws, but you're certainly willing to go and get them when you need to.
Yeah. Well, first of all, just to just to make this point, we go so hard in practice. Like practice is so much more physical than the game. So at times, like coach will not call anything in practice unless you get like hammered or something, right? So we're like going up, we're going through contact, we're trying to finish through people, whatever. So when it gets to the point of the game, like the refs aren't calling it, like it looks ridiculous, but we're also equipped to like get to that point and like get to the line and make our free throws. So and just that night in particular, I think it was just my night. I've never shot that many free throws, and then like by the time I looked up, I was like dang, like how, I don't even know, but yeah, just to kind of answer that, that's kind of, yeah, I mean, like we definitely don't hunt them. Like we're not like, oh yeah, let's just shoot 30 free throws a game, but it could just happen that night, especially in this conference, is how physical teams are. So yeah.
And I think a lot of that had to do with, early in the season, we just, for some reason, that we weren't shooting it all that great. I think it was our shot selection, and we went back and looked at some things, and we were shooting an extremely high percentage on kick-out threes. The ones off the bounce, we were shooting a very low percentage, and that was bringing our percentage down. And so, we really kind of started to change some things there and really just attack the paint a lot. And then we're a pretty good free throw shooting team. So, it really worked for us. And so we just stopped settling for the tough threes and only took the good threes. And you saw our 3-point percentage kind of rising there towards the end of the season. And obviously getting to the free throw line, we put a big emphasis on that. We feel like that, 84% of the game is going to be determined at the free throw line. And so, we put a big emphasis on that, and the guys really bought in.
Yeah, Coach, you've talked about shot selection a couple of times when I've spoken to you. And when you guys hear that term shot selection, Aris, we'll start with you. What does shot selection mean to you?
So, that would be like more like, all right, so we'll run a play. Let me get to the paint real quick, and let me look for my shooters. Noah be out there, Seb be out there, Seb's shooting a good, Noah's shooting a good, same go with Blake, and people coming off the bench. So me just touching the paint and kicking out, I mean, that's a good shot selection.
Absolutely. And Noah, you're one of those guys, you've been shooting it extremely well from the three. For people who aren't watching right now, you're about 6'8". You're long, you look more like a post player, maybe a little skinnier, but you're kind of an inside out three.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it just comes down to like just the work that we put in, and just the unselfishness, because you can be a good shooter and you could take bad shots, but a good shot to us is the one that you work on. Like you're never gonna see anyone get mad at Razi. Like he puts in the work. Like if he's going off or he's having a night and he's hitting the three and he's into the basket, like that's a good night for him. That's just those are good shots for him. And if he's efficient, then it's not even a question. So I think that's what it all kind of boils down to.
Hey, there's a question, Noah, I wanted to ask of you since, I started following the team. You're from Los Angeles originally. You graduated from Sierra Canyon High School. Were you teammates with LeBron James Jr.?
Oh, yeah, I was.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, guys, you're in the national tournament. You get to keep playing at this point. Only 24 teams get to say that. Aris, you were in this situation last year and going back to the national tournament. What was it like last year, and how are you going to build on that experience?
I mean, I feel like last year, me as a freshman, I feel like it was a blessing for me to go in there. I was young, not knowing a lot about this JUCO stuff, me just getting equipped to everything. But me coming back this year with some younger guys, like especially like Noah, we got some Mikey Williams, Jaden Ramirez. I would like for them to experience that. I mean, it's beautiful over there. All you got to do is really hoop. It's another cheat code for this JUCO basketball stuff. So if we go in there and do what we got to do, I see a lot of us going places, beautiful places as well. So,
and Noah, this is your first time going to the postseason. Talk about what you're expecting when you get to Hutchinson.
Well, just the lore, because I came from a Division I when I transferred last year, So, I'm just like hearing it from different people. Once I kind of realized like I would probably go JUCO after that year. And then I came out here, I'm literally on the drive. Coach picked me up from Wichita. This is in May of last year. And we're driving down and we're having a talk and whatever. And we're literally driving by Hutch. And he's telling me that's where the national tournament is. And I'm like, there's no way. Of all places, it could be right here. Like, there's just no way. So, first of all, I think it's very special that it's one in Kansas. And then, two, he was just telling me about, like, the atmosphere and, the coaches and, like the broadcasting, everything like that. I was juiced, man. Like, that's pretty much the only thing I could have been thinking about up to, this point. So, yeah, I know it's going to be really, really good experience. And I've had some, high-level experiences. So I just hope that it's something I can, make very memorable. Especially, we got a really special group of guys, and this is kind of like our last time going out, being able to win something. So it means a lot.
So, Noah, I know you're committed. You're going to Bradley next year, right?
Yep, yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Eris, you've got a couple of offers lined up. You haven't committed anywhere yet.
Nah, it's definitely in the air. I mean, I'm definitely taking my time with this recruiting process. I mean, I have a great team behind me. I have Coach Coons behind me, and I'm going to make sure I make the best decision for me.
All right, so, Coach, talk about New Mexico Junior College a little bit. That's your opponent on Saturday. I'll be in attendance. Hopefully a lot of people will. What can they expect?
Yeah, they're a good team. They kind of remind me of Seward a little bit. They shoot a lot of threes and play some zone defense, play a little bit of man defense. They got a big kid that's pretty good. They got a lefty guard that can really score it. So it's going to be a battle for sure. That playing, I don't want to say playing game, but that first game where you didn't get a bye, it's going to be a pretty tough one. It's not a Brunswick that we played last year or anything like that, but it'll be a good one. And then going in and getting them, I think it's the number 2 seed, second round. But I feel really good about them too. So I love where we're sitting. I feel a really good opportunity for us to get into the Final Four and really make some noise. But again, we got to go one game at a time. But New Mexico's a good team, and we're going to have to really play our A game if we want to beat them.
Yeah, Coach, the thing that just stands out to me is they're big.
Yeah, they're big.
So big. They've got, I think, 6 guys on the roster, maybe more than that are 6'6" or taller. And you guys aren't small by any means. Y'all have size as well, but just down the roster. And I think more redshirt sophomores than freshmen as well, so they're experienced too.
Yeah, no, they're experienced in their depth. We're going to have to get into their bench a little bit, but attacking them and doing those type of things. But just, again, just go there and play our game, and we should be fine. But, no, it should be a fun game. It'll be a good one to watch.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for coming in today.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
Yep, that's head coach Jeremy Combs, along with Noah Williams and Eris Rodriguez of Barton Community College basketball, joining us here on Sports Day. Big thanks to the guys for coming in. A whole lot of fun talking to them. I love talking to athletes. I've said before on the show, interviewing coaches is great, and I get that they need to be the kind of the mouthpiece of the program. But whenever players come in, whenever I get to speak to, be it at the high school level or the kids with Barton, I feel I really enjoy that. I like getting their perspective on stuff because coaches know what to say. Coaches are very buttoned up, and they know the type of things that they want to tell people, and the players are too, for sure. They're not coming in here and just spouting off at the mouth, but it feels like once they relax a little bit, they kind of get into it. They're fun to talk to, and those guys, if you have not seen Barton play, you've got to go to Hutchinson to do it now. But what Eris Rodriguez has done, I mentioned it during the interview, but you didn't mishear me. Over 30 points a game in his last 4 games played, going back to the final game of the regular season, where Barton was able to grab a win and go home with the championship title. Really, with the regular season championship. So I just a really fun thing. And Noah Williams has scored so consistently. We talked about it there. Barton has shot more free throws than any other college team in the country. That's including NJCAA. That's including NAIA. That's including NCAA. Of course, that was the case. Don't know if that's still holding up, but last week I think it was 2 weeks ago is when Jeremy Combs told me that stat. So really, really impressive what that team has been able to do, just because they're not – I don't think they're going into games saying, okay, we've got to shoot 50 free throws to win it here. But I think they are going – and like Coach Combs said, their shot selection, they're at their best when they're driving and kicking as far as shooting, and that also involves scoring at the rim. And they've realized that is where their strength is getting to the rim and dumping it off or getting offensive rebounds and putbacks. And they do such a good job of driving at the rim where they're either going to finish, they're going to get fouled, or they're going to finish and get fouled at the same time and then go to the line for the and one. Like that's the kind of basketball team that Barton has thrown together here, and they're a whole lot of fun to watch. And I've really enjoyed traveling with this team, being a part of this team, and getting to see what all they've done and getting to see their turnaround at the midway point of the season was also very cool. Sports Day is brought to you in part by Kern Floor Service. Whether you need a new ceramic, porcelain, or natural stone floors, their knowledgeable and friendly flooring experts are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home decor and budget. Visit the Great Bend Showroom at 908 Coolidge to see, touch, and feel the latest styles. Also brought to you by Cody Crook of Red Cedar Land Company. Whether you're looking to sell your land or find the right property to buy, Cody takes pride in understanding your goals and making the process as smooth as possible. Call Cody at 620-617-7320 or visit redcedarland.com. Barton's next game, Saturday at 2:30, they'll be taking on the New Mexico Junior College Thunderbirds. And the winner of that game advances to take on the number 2 overall seed College of Southern Idaho. You heard Coach Combs there. He likes the draw. He thinks he matches up well with both of those teams. And I talked about it. New Mexico Junior College, they are big. They shoot threes at a very high rate. They turn teams over a lot. You'll look at their stats and think, maybe they're kind of Butler-ish. Watching them on film, I think they are different than Butler. I think they get a lot of the same end results, but they go about it in a different way. I think that Barton is going to be the better team athletically. And I think on the defensive end, they're maybe a little bit better. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what New Mexico Junior College looks like coming out of the Western Junior College Athletic Conference. They were the runners-up in that conference, and they make it as an at-large bid, and they'll take on Barton, who made it as an at-large bid. So that'll be very fun. We're going to hit our next break. On the other side, so, folks, a little inside baseball here. It is spring break here in Barton County, and there are a lot of I don't like to replay interviews. I don't. I would rather get new, fresh stuff on. But I was just not able to get some folks. Some folks are out of town, and some folks are just enjoying their spring break, and that's totally fine. That's totally understandable. So what I've done last week, about a week ago tomorrow, I did a show live from Barton Community College, and one of the interviews that we did there was with Mike Perry, the bowling coach at Barton, who is coming off the women's program's first ever national title. He sat down with me to talk about that national title, and so I'm going to replay that interview for you, and I hope you all enjoy it. I certainly did. I listened back to it, and I said, that was a really good interview. I'm going to replay that at some point, and now I have an opportunity here. So on the other side of this break, Mike Perry, the head bowling coach at Barton Community College. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB at 95.5 FM.
Community bankers should actually know your community. Hi, I'm Sean Powelson, president of your local Equity Bank. As someone who lives here, I know many of you, and I know what's important to you. I've been in the industry a long time, and I've helped many navigate through financial challenges and lead them to financial opportunities. I believe that people bank with people, so I'd like to invite you to stop by one of our region's 5 locations and meet our friendly, helpful staff. Let us show you our commitment to serving you and our communities. Because at Equity Bank, we're right here beside you. Member FDIC.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Central and Western Kansas residents, are you looking for a new vehicle? Marmy Auto Group can make it happen. Marmy Auto Group includes Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Chevrolet, and GMC. Marmy Auto Group, your Central and Western Kansas dealer, has new and pre-owned vehicles or we can special order your vehicle today. If your existing vehicle needs serviced, Marmy's award-winning service department can help. Come to Marmy Auto Group on 10th or marmys.net. Marmy's, make it happen.
Hey Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Barton Community College, in partnership with Golden Key Group, proudly offers the nation's first associate degree in federal human resources. This online program prepares anyone for remote federal HR careers across the government. Service members and military spouses can use My CAA or GI Bill benefits to take the next step toward a flexible, rewarding career from wherever you are. Learn more at federalhr.bartonccc.edu.
Joined now by Mike Perry, the head coach of Barton Women's Wrestling. Coach Perry, thank you so much for coming out.
I'm the bowling coach, not wrestling.
I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place.
I know you are.
The women's bowling coach. Coach, the reason you're out here today, I'm sorry. I've interviewed Coach Brockelman so many times at this point. But first of all, again, thank you so much for coming on today. I apologize for leading off the show like that. We're going to be in a mess. Yeah, I'm just going to let you know. But the reason we have you on today is because we want to celebrate your team just won the 61st national championship in the history of Barton Community College. And Coach, just, again, congratulations, and walk us through it. What was the day like?
Well, it's a 3-day event, and it starts off with you bowl doubles and singles. Everybody does that. And then we bowl on day 2, we bowled 3 team games. And then on the final day, we bowled 3 team games and 9 Baker games. And so after day 1, they rank you based off your pinfall total, 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, on down the road. And we sat in the number 1 spot the whole time, and we were matched up with Iowa Central, who was number 2. And so we competed against them Friday afternoon and all day Saturday, and it was never, we had a 130 pin lead at one point, and it got down to 12. And I was eating lifesavers like they were going out of style because I was just so nervous and trying not to. I had a little cough, and I didn't want to start coughing. But the girls, we have great team chemistry, and that's what it took to win that. It wasn't just one individual, and we had outstanding performances at times, but it took everybody to do their role and know their role, and that's what made us a championship team.
You get out to that big lead, like you said, and the other teams start coming back, but you're still holding on to that lead. What are you said you're nervous, you're chewing on lifesavers over and over. What are the emotions like for you and for the team in that moment?
Well, for the most part, we were just positive. My rule is you have 10 seconds to celebrate and 10 seconds to pout or be mad about a bad shot. So I don't care what you did the last frame. I want to know what you can do the next frame. And that's the way we attack it, because we can't go back and fix something that already happened. But we don't want to have a bad thing duplicate and ruin 2 or 3 frames.
All right, so you're going one frame after the other. At what point did it register, okay, we've got not just a realistic shot at this, but we probably should win this at this point?
Saturday morning. When we got up, normally I let the kids sleep in as late as we can, and we're kind of sluggish. But Friday night after our banquet, I told them, champions, we want to be a champion. We're going to be the first one in that bowling alley, and everybody's going to know, oh my, they're already here, they're ready to go. So everybody else probably left the hotel around 7:15. We left at 6:45.
Oh, nice.
And we were in there ready to roll when they came in. And I told them, this team itself will never get this opportunity again with these players, because we have 2 sophomores and 4 freshmen. I was like, don't hold anything back. I was like, this is our shot. I was like, if we go out and compete the best we can and we finish in second, I'll be thrilled. But we're this close, and I know we have the talent and the chemistry to finish this off. And I was like, don't give it away. Make them earn it. And they went out and just did what they needed to do and took care of business.
Tell us about your team. Who are you said you've got 6 on your team.
Yes.
Tell us about them.
Well, it starts off with our sophomores. our captain is Alexis Wehrman. She's from Junction City, and she's just the leader. I mean, she's the captain for a reason. And then we have Ellie Weeks, who's a sophomore. She's from Clearwater, Kansas. And Ellie had pushed herself all year long to bowl 200 games. She'd been at 199, 198, never got it. In the national tournament, she rolled 5 200 games.
Wow.
So, what a time to break out. And she got third overall in the singles division. And then we go into our freshman group, Tay Level. She's from Wichita Heights. They're in Wichita. She won the singles tournament, so she was a National Singles Player of the Year. And Ellie also finished as an All-American, and so did Tay. And then we go Rose Timmermeyer. She's from Bishop Carroll. And she's just one of those, I hear you talk about baseball a lot. I coach baseball. I love it. She's one of those utility players.
I got you.
You say do it, she'll do it. If we were playing baseball, she could probably play every position. You know what I mean? She's just that kind of person. And she set up her sister so much because they're twins. So I dropped her down to the 4th spot, and she would always get a mark for her sister Ann, who was an All-American as well. And she was our anchor bowler. And she was just money. I mean, she had right at an 80% spare to strike ratio. So, when you have her as your anchor and you can count on 2 or 3 marks in the 10th frame every time, that's huge. And then lastly, we had Tori Martinez. She's from Junction City, and she was my extra sub, whatever you want to call it, first one off the bench. And she hurt her hand about a week before Nationals, so it's kind of sprained, and it was purple. And so we taped her up every day, and she hadn't bowled since singles and doubles. But we were in the Baker competition, and Alexis Wehrman was kind of just running out of gas. Because we had a little sickness going on, too. And I looked over at Tori, and I said, "How's your hand?" And she said, "It's fine, Coach." And I was like, "Okay." And I said, "Are you ready to go in?" And she looked at me, and she said, "Coach, I've been ready to go in since 8 o'clock this morning. And it's 1:30 in the afternoon." And I said, "Grab your stuff and get in for Alexis." And she went right in and made 8 out of 10 marks.
Nice.
And gave us a huge lift. When we were kind of felt like we were stalling, she came in with all that energy and really lifted everybody up. And once she did that, I knew we had it.
And that's got to be just a great feeling as a coach when you can go to your reserves and kind of go, okay, my regular starter just doesn't have it today. And bowling's such a mental game.
Yes.
And if she doesn't have it, okay, I've got someone on the bench that I can go to.
That's right. And I tell them all, I told Tori, you would be starting on all these other teams. And I was like, you're within a whisker of starting on our team anyway, but there's 6 of you. 5 get a bowl. And she accepted that role. She's just she had great spirit. I knew she wanted to get in. I knew it was crushing her not to be in there. But as soon as I asked her that and she told me that, I knew it was time to go. And boy, made me look like a hero.
It's easy to look like a great coach when you have great players, right? That's what every coach will tell you.
That's right. I mean, we started this project last year, and when you recruit, and you think, yes, I think we got a chance here if everything falls together. My goal was to finish in the top 3 in the nation. Okay. Yes, you want the ultimate goal, but if you if you bowl the best you can and you get second or third, then there's nothing you can do about it. But when I was putting this team together, and Coach Todd Pfeiffer, my assistant, we were putting these teams together, and we were just looking at how things were going to fall, and we thought, if these girls come together, we have a serious chance to win this thing. And the girls all bought in. We had great team chemistry, very little drama, and unselfishness. And, when you're ace, throughout the year, one of our top bowlers would just have a rough outing. I'd put number 6 in, and she'd fill the role. So it wasn't like this just happened one time. We did this all year long. And the hard thing for the girls is we compete against Division I and Division II schools all year long. The only time we get to compete against junior college teams was at the national tournament. And I kept telling them, we're bowling Wichita State. We're bowling Newman, powerhouse teams, Louisiana Tech. I mean, Lindenwood. These teams are legit. I said, you're bowling against 22, 23-year-old girls. And you girls are 17 and 18, maybe 19. I was like, they're way more mature. They've done this 3 or 4 times already. And yes, it's hard to go in coming from high school and say, hey, we're not going to win this. But I'm like, hey, let's beat the other junior college teams that are here today. And let's set this goal. We'd set a score. And if we got that, it was a successful tournament. And several of them earned all tournament honors in those big-time tournaments. But it's hard when our only success we can measure against other teams is in the national tournament. So you don't really know how good you are. We were ranked number 2. Iowa Central was ranked number 1 based off of how we did all year long and where we finished. But still, you go in, you really don't know. But when I saw the way we were bowling, I knew we were the top team.
Yep. So tell me, at what point in the season, you said going into the year you had the goal of finishing top 3. At what point in the season did you go, we have potential, we can go and win this national title?
The last trip before winter break. We went down to Dallas. We finished 3rd as a team with a bunch of good competition. Check that, we finished 2nd. But we had Tay earned all-team, all-conference honors at that day, and I just knew that was special. That was a big tournament. We came right back after Christmas break, went down to Plano, another big tournament, and we did the same thing. And when you put 2 of them back-to-back with a 5-week layover in the middle, and the girls were hungry. They're like, hey, when's our next tournament? Where are we going? You know, and then we went down to Oklahoma City right after that. We had a couple of tournaments get canceled because of weather up towards Kansas City and Iowa. And that kind of is a bummer because you don't get to make them up. But then we went to Oklahoma City, and the girls qualified and earned a 2nd. And we had a couple different girls up on the all-tournament team. And when it's one person all the time, you kind of But when you have 2 or 3 different girls that are earning all-tournament honors, you know that anybody's capable to do it. And I also think that helps everybody believe in everybody else. It's just not, if I'm off, we're having a bad day, or I've got to do all the work and pull the ship. And so, you know, our philosophy is, you know, if you're the worst bowler, you're the best cheerleader that day. And because you hit on it earlier, it's such a mental thing. And you get in a mental funk, and you come out of the game, and then, you know, the next game you get back in, you got to get on there and you got to go. And with only 6 of us, you know, only one of you can really be off. I mean, so, but it was thrilling, and I couldn't be more proud of that team. And I'm going to remember that forever, and I'm sure they will too.
So talk about the history of your team here. For people who don't know, had runner-up finishes the last 2 years, correct?
No, we started this program in 1920.
Okay.
So we bowled in 20, and that was my first team. I had just come off coaching Great Bend for 14 years. I knew all the girls I wanted to recruit, right?
Right.
Trevor hired me out here. I got the girls here. We went there. Once again, I didn't even know what the national tournament was going to be like. I mean, because we bowl all these other teams. We go there and we get 2nd, and we're ecstatic. The next year, that C word, COVID hit, right?
Right.
And so we had the same team. We went back. We got 2nd again. So me as a coach, I'm thinking, well, this is pretty easy. I mean, first year 2nd, second year 2nd, and we're just going to go every year and get 1, 2, or 3. Well, little did I know that wasn't right. So we struggled mightily. I mean, not bad, but we finished 4th, 7th, 8th, 6th. And then this year we put it back together, and our team chemistry is what really did it. I mean, I've had great bowlers in the past, but our chemistry just wasn't there. These girls love each other. They believe in each other. They're like sisters. And that's really what took us over the top.
You've mentioned chemistry over and over and over again, and an individual sport like bowling. That's kind of an interesting word to hear, but we talked about the mental aspect of the game. To have your team being your cheerleaders behind you is a big deal.
It's huge. It's huge. Every year at the beginning of the year, we go over our rules, our expectations, And the one thing I talk about is, and I'm sure I get a lot of eye rolls and things like that, but I talk about jealousy and envy. Where you go in and you're the number 1 kid on my team, but somebody else wins the tournament, on our team, you have to be happy for them. They're on our team. Work harder. If you work harder, you're going to be better. So if everybody's pushing everybody, we're going to get the results we want. And that's what I talk about. And I also talk about this with my guys' team and my girls' team. I will take good team chemistry over the top averages. So in other words, you have to have that cohesiveness. If you're divided, you like they say, if you're divided, you can't stand together. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's old cliches that come out in sports over and over and over,
Right.
And you know those, but it's so true. I mean, you're only as strong. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. There's another cliche, but that's true. I mean, if you have a weak link, sooner or later something's going to happen, and that's where it breaks down. So, like I say, you have to put your own wants and needs aside and look for the better of the team. And I told them, I said, if we come here and win a national championship and we have no All-Americans or don't win any other medals, I'm going to be thrilled. If we win the individual awards and we don't achieve what we want as a team, I'm going to be happy for you girls that won or guys that won those events. But my ultimate goal is for this team. And obviously and I know and they know, if we have some All-Americans and some individual champions, we probably have a good chance of winning. But
math checks out.
Yeah, math checks out. But I just told them, you have to put your own desires aside and look what's best for the team.
So how did competing against those other four-year schools, how did that prep you for the big moments against the other freshman and sophomore teams?
That's a great question. But the one thing I think it does is it shows our teams who think they're really good, right, how they're really good maybe for their age and junior college, but when you look at those D1 kids, you're like, we have work to do. And I'm not putting my kids down. I'm just saying, when you're the big fish in the pond, you think you're the big fish. But when you take the big fish and put it in the lake or the ocean, there's some other big fish. And you know what? See what they do. So I told them, when we bowl these good teams, watch what equipment they throw. Watch what they're doing. See how they handle adversity. And I want to preface this, too, because I'm not putting my players down by saying that, we're against it. I also tell them every time, they have better coaches than you do, okay? Because I'm a sponge. I'm learning, too. If I can watch another coach or watch what they're doing and steal that and implement it, I do that constantly. And no way do I profess to be the best at my craft. But one thing I am good at is bringing people together and understanding the game. But if I say I know everything, then, I'm sure they're not listening to this, but they can out-bowl me, okay? I mean, that's just, and I always say, I'm pretty sure that Dean Smith didn't go out and play against Michael Jordan. But my point is I want to push them to be the best they can. I don't want them coming in here thinking that they're great and just being lazy and happy to be where they are. Because if you're not pushing yourself to get better, you're actually either staying the same or getting worse. So that's what that good competition does. And believe me, we're not going to beat Wichita State in a normal set, but we can beat them in a Baker's game, and we have on both the men's and women's side. And believe me, they're not happy about it. But inside, I'm doing cartwheels. I want to just, it's like winning the World Series. But I just have to hold that in until we get where we can celebrate that minor victory. Because to our program, that's huge. We measure ourselves what they're doing. We want to emulate their programs, and we want to be successful like they are. And finally, the first 2 years we were successful, and then we hit some bumps, and now we're successful again. And I just want to keep that wave going.
Well, Coach, congratulations again, 61st national title in the history of Barton Community College. How did it feel to have about what you have 8 hours to celebrate being number 61?
No, I had about 3 hours.
Okay.
Because Coach Shinnick, track coach, he was texting me the whole time. He's like, "How are you guys doing?" And he goes, "I see you're ahead." He goes, "What's going on?" I said, "We got Baker's games." And he's like, "I don't know what the heck a Baker's games are, but you're ahead, so that's good." So then I texted him. I said, "Boom, we won it." And he's like, "Oh, all right." And then he texted me back. No, he actually called me. He said, "Hey, where are you at?" And I was like, "Oh, we're about 3 hours closer to home." And he's like, "Well, I just thought I'd tell you, we just put 62 in there." So I said, "I'm so proud of you. Thanks for my 3 hours of glory." And we both laughed about it. He said, "I'm proud of you, brother." And I said, "I am too." And he said, "I'll see you when we get back." And, that's another thing out here. The coaches, we get along great. We push for each other to have great programs, and I guess that starts with Trevor. I hate to give him, any more credit, but he showed faith in me and hiring me out here and starting a new program. And our goal was, when he hired me, I told him, I was like, I want to win one of those yellow banners up here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so I want you to win one too. And he goes,
I want you to win a couple.
Well, and after we won one, we were coming through here the other night to get recognized, and he's like, I hope you're planning on number 2 already, because, he's like, once you get one, you got to have 2. And he did say I could enjoy it for a little bit before I have to worry about that. But it's the same thing as a player. If we're happy with that and we never push ourselves to get better, we'll never hit that goal again. So I got 3 recruits on campus today. I had 1 yesterday, and we got a bunch of people eager to come here, and we're going to try to do this again next year.
Coach, thank you so much for the time, and congratulations.
I love being on here, and I'll do it anytime you want.
Absolutely.
All right.
That is Barton bowling coach Mike Perry joining us here on Sports Day. We're back.
Big thanks to Coach Perry. Really enjoyed that conversation, and like I said, we'll try and get him back in this studio. Know that he's a longtime guest of the program, and certainly enjoyed the conversation with him. And yeah, I spoke about it with Trevor Rolfs, the AD. He mentioned something to the effect of a lot of ADs go through their entire career and they never sniff a national championship. And Trevor has been extremely lucky to see 1, 2 in 1 year, and a couple for his career. And he's very appreciative of that. And in my time at Barton, I know that I've come to appreciate what that history is and what all those programs have been able to do. Bowling, the latest to grab their first national title. Sports Day is brought to you in part by Equity Bank. There when you need them. Bank local, save big with in-person banking and business banking. Visit equitybank.com for more information. Equity Bank in Great Bend, Hoisington, and in Larned. Also by C&E Doors, your full-service garage door company. Follow the orange signs at south of 10th and Harrison. We got to take our last break. You're listening to Sports Day on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Sutherland's is your complete home improvement and hardware store. Tens of thousands of products are in stock at everyday low prices. Sutherland's also offers custom buildings, including post-frame barns, garages, and deck packages too. The friendly and knowledgeable staff at Sutherland's, always ready to help you with any project. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, plywood, and OSB, fencing, power tools, furniture, and more. They simply sell for less. Sutherland's, West 10th, Great Bend, helping America build it better since 1917.
Selling your farm or ranch acres can be stressful. At Red Cedar Land Company, they are extremely diverse in the number of ways they can represent you, and they tailor each project to meet their seller's needs. One of the biggest questions for a seller is, what is my land worth? At Red Cedar Land Company, they offer a free market analysis to help you better understand the value of your land. You deserve a better selling experience. Put your trust in Red Cedar Land Company. Call Cody Crook with Red Cedar Land Company at 620-617-7320.
C&E Doors, this is Cindy.
Do you have any residential doors?
Yes, we do. We just got a full shipment of standard residential doors in.
Papa said we have a load.
Hadley, you can't say that.
Papa does.
Boy, am I in trouble now.
I'll take care of both of you later.
We know how hard residential doors are to find right now, so hurry while supplies last.
Way to change the subject, Dad. You're not off the hook yet.
Hey, announcer, help me out of this.
C&E Doors, Great Bend, and Hayes.
Hey Cougar fans, this is Brant Daughtry, voice of the Barton Cougars. Cheering from the stands is great, but you can give our athletes a true competitive advantage by joining the Cougar Booster Club. Boosters provide the best equipment and facility upgrades, helping Barton athletes succeed at the regional and national level. Whether you're a business or an individual, your support matters. Call 620-792-9377 and become a Cougar Booster today. Go Cougars!
Service from people you know, quality products and professional installation. That's Kern Floor Service. Stop by Kern Floor Service and browse through the different selections of flooring from laminate to vinyl, carpet, wood, and ceramic tile. See their selection of area rugs or special order the one that fits your decor, and don't forget, they can spice up those countertops too. So stop by Kern Floor Service today. Kern Floor Service, 908 Coolidge in Great Bend.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec.
Get active with Rec Sports. Youth and adult baseball and softball leagues are now forming. Don't miss out on the summer baseball and softball leagues for all ages and abilities. Sign up today. Online registration is available at greatbendrec.com. Deadline April 12th.
It's all here at Great Bend Rec. Live, play, explore at the Rec.
Needing a healthcare plan for your business? Let the experienced team at Freedom Claims Management Incorporated customize a health insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether you're a large company or a small business on Main Street, FCMI can help you provide employees with great health coverage at an affordable cost. From setup to ongoing support, they handle it all. Schedule your free no-obligation health assessment today at freedomclaimsinc.com. That's Freedom Claims Management Incorporated, with locations in Great Bend, Russell, and Plainville.
Welcome back. Final couple of minutes here of Sports Day. Today's program is brought to you in part by the Great Bend Rec, providing quality leisure, cultural, sports, fitness, and educational programs to improve the quality of the community and the individual lives of their community members. Also by Freedom Claims Management. Let the experienced and dedicated staff of Freedom Claims Management, Inc. customize a health insurance plan that fits your business's needs. NCAA tournament update. TCU has hit a go-ahead turnaround fadeaway. Well, it was more of a layup from the low post with 4.3 seconds to go ahead of Ohio State, 66-64. We're coming out of the timeout now. Ohio State has to go the full length of the floor and get up a shot in 4.3 seconds, or their season is done. If you want to participate in the Mad Basketball Challenge, you can go to greatbendpost.com. The winner, let me go ahead and bury this lead. The winner gets a brand new 50-inch television. The person with the most points. Make your selections online, the greatbendpost.com contest page. Jump in each round. You don't have to go all. You play in at one round at a time. So even if you don't get it right the first time, you can continue and just keep stacking points. And at the end of the contest, the person with the most points wins a brand new 50-inch television. The Mad Basketball Challenge at greatbendpost.com. Click on the contest page. Half-court heave for Ohio State does not go. TCU wins the first game in the opening round of the NCAA tournament by a final of 66-64. They move on, does TCU. The Big 12 represented as they take down Ohio State. Ohio State's season is done. Nebraska, for the Nebraska fans in the audience, they're taking it to Troy right now. 4.5 minutes left to go. They're leading at 70-45. Just underway, High Point and Wisconsin. 2-point game as that one winds down to halftime. And at halftime, Louisville with a 10-point lead over South Florida, 37-27. NCAA tournament season. Get home, watch it, quad box it, baby. Big thanks to Jeremy Combs, head coach of Barton Community College basketball, along with Eris Rodriguez and Noah Williams. Thanks to Mike Perry as well, the head coach of Barton Community College bowling. That's going to do it for today. Final show to wrap up the week tomorrow. You're listening. It's been Sports Day. We'll do it again tomorrow, 12:30, right here on 1590 KVGB and 95.5 FM.